Hello and welcome. Today I'm adding the Kubo games to my ever-growing list where I rank every Evercade game ever. Kubo 1 and 2 is a hidden game on the Evercade EXP, Alpha and VS. Kubo 3 can be found on the Indie Heroes Collection 1. All three are developed by SJ Games, the same parent-child team that developed Skate Cat. But these came before Skate Cat, so they are a bit more basic and rudimentary. Anyway, I'm going to go through them in order and then rank them at the end. Naturally, being homebrew games for the NES, there's no nostalgia. Each of the games has a story, but it's very basic and pretty much involves you getting crystals, defeating a boss or saving villages and things, and yeah, they're not really worth covering beyond what I've just done. So starting off with Kubo 1. Now, Kubo 1 and 2 are effectively a double pack when you select them on the Evercade hidden menu. And you press select to choose between Kubo 1 and Kubo 2. Anyway, Kubo 1 is a top-down arcade adventure game. It's very short, it has simplistic graphics, the sound is very basic, the music is nice enough but nothing to write home about. It's really more of a vertical slice or a prototype or a first attempt at making a game. Like I said, it is over very quickly, it's charming enough as you wander around, shoot a few enemies, find the crystal, and well, hey presto, you've won. Kubo 2, however, is a side-scrolling platformer where you can jump on enemies' heads, and the graphics are similarly rudimentary. In fact, it uses the same sprite, just the perspective has changed, but it is exactly the same sprite. Sounds and music are on par with the first game, and it's over almost as quickly. Also, you can't always tell what's going to kill you or not. There are places where you need to drop down to a lower screen. There are other times when a pit that looks just like an entrance to another screen will kill you. It did make me laugh at one point when you enter a pyramid thing, and then Kubo has to dodge the dicks coming out of the glory holes. Yeah, on that, the game is over very quickly. It's short, it's simple. The hit detection is a bit ropey as it was in the first game, but it is functional, and like I said, it's a parent-child combo developer team, and clearly they're among their first games while they're learning the ropes of NES Maker and what have you. So I can't be too hard on it, and it is a more functional game, or both are more functional games than something like You Choose Them, and they're more fun to play than the Ploid games. But I think there's a reason they were included as free extras as opposed to being included on a cart. So which leads us to Kubo 3, which was on a cart and is the most complete game of the series. In fact, Kubo 3 is essentially a mixture of Kubos 1 and 2. You have an overland map, which is basically like Kubo 1, only there's no enemies this time, and you explore around it, find items and find the locations for the levels where it goes to a platforming section. And you'll go through those, jump on the enemy's heads, fight your boss by jumping on its head a few times, collect a gem, rinse and repeat, and then go and finish the game once you've got all the gems. Again, the collision detection can be a little bit ropey. The graphics are still exactly the same as the other games. It looks very rudimentary and childlike, but then given the developers, that's expected. It would be easy to rag on these games. They're very short. Even Kubo 3 is still a very short game, but there is a weird charm to them, and in some ways they remind me of home micro games. The sort of thing you'd pay $1.99 for in the ZX Spectrum back in the mid-80s. Anyway, I can't call any of them good games. You can have a bit of fun exploring with them, going through them, seeing what this kid did, but yeah, they're not particularly great. But they are short and inoffensive. But this video is about ranking them alongside every other Evercade game, so I'd better get on with ranking them. And I'm going to rank them all in one, as the first two games are essentially what made up the third one. So placing Kubos 1, 2 and 3 on my ever-growing list where I rank every Evercade game ever, I've elected to put them above Heatseeker but below Pong, placing them at 414 out of 443 games that I've ranked so far. Anyway, I think that's enough for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.